This video is about moving bees from my equipment to my friend and new beekeeper Sarge's equipment. It's fairly long because we took our time and I wanted to teach Sarge as much as I could and let him enjoy one of his first experiences working with the bees. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, this is Philip with RTX Honeybees. It's February 19th, 2023. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 69 degrees, I think, is what expected high is today. We're going to have a special guest today. You all remember him from some previous videos, Sarj. Ah, looky there. Look coming in the back gate. Right on cue, Sarj walks through the back gate here. So I've told you guys before, I've sold this colony, which I've already transferred to Sarge's equipment, and today we're transferring this colony to his equipment, and he's coming over to help out. So as soon as he gets suited up, he will, oh, look at this. See all this piling up in front of me? These bees want to get to this colony over here. I'm confusing them. So let me get out of their way. Let's get Sarge suited up, and we'll get these bees moved. Okay, so
all right
here, got Sarge.
How you doing?
He's ready to get his bees.
I am.
So the bees are coming in from this direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the top off and and put the bottom on top of that. Put his equipment here where the bees naturally want to go anyway. So they'll start flying into the new box. And Sarge doesn't know it. You're finding out at the same time he does. I'm gonna let him do a whole lot of this himself because he needs to get his hands dirty anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I think he's ready for it.
Yeah.
So we're not going to fool. It's it's getting kind of late in the evening. It's not going to get cold tonight, but we want to go ahead and get this done. The bees are super busy. They're bringing in lots of pollen today. They haven't flown. This is the first day they've flown in about 3 or 4 days. So all right. So go ahead and get the smoke, Sarge, and let's smoke them a little bit. Let them know we're here. There you go. So hand that to me. I'll smoke them at the entrance a little bit. Go ahead and take this off. Just put it way out of your way, so we won't need that again. All right, let's see what we got. And another thing we might do, I'm gonna see how it goes. But if this doesn't have much honey in the top, this one seems a little bit light. We're gonna take a little bit of honey from this one because this one has more than it needs, and equalize these out, at least as far as their food stores are concerned. Yeah, not a whole lot of bees up here. I think that's because there's not a whole lot of resources.
That's why you have these supers, correct?
Yeah. See, Sarge, these has these X's on it.
Yeah.
That just means that I've fed them sugar water, and you wouldn't want to take honey from that because it's adulterated with sugar water. It's not pure honey.
Got it.
If they clean these out and you ever want to use them for honey, just cross out the X and use them. It's no big deal. I just use it as a reminder to myself. Because sometimes I'll pull these up into the honey super to get them to draw the other comb.
Okay.
And I just want to remember to put it back down and not do it. Okay. Well, I'm sitting here pulling frames. I don't need to do that yet. Because we're going to do that at the end.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this off and put it back there where Sarge is. We'll get a little stand built. Oh, it's been propolized a long time, so it's taking me a second. There we go. All right, just take it straight back, Sarge. Oh yeah, that's a nice cluster of bees. Try to make sure it's lined up on that thing on the bottom. Just check it to make sure bees aren't going out the bottom. It's not that many bees in there anyway. Now this time, Sarge, I think we can take the whole thing, bottom and everything, and set it on top of that. No sense in breaking this loose from the bottom right now. for now. So now we need your bottom, which is here.
Yeah.
Sarge's bottom board. You're deep. Just go ahead and set it on there. Here you go. So try to take out one of these two outside frames first. Looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 7 good frames of bees. That's a good strong colony. So yeah, just try to move them. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the bees here, they've gotten back to where they know they're supposed to be, but there's a different box there, so they're a bit confused. So they're just piling up here trying to say, wait, where is everything? Where do we go? The goal is to make as much space for one frame as you can so you don't worry about rolling the queen. And she's less likely to be on the outside frames. That second one, to me, is always the easiest one to get out.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So just now, with my hand?
Yeah, try to, I need the tool with the J hook. You can do that right there. Try to go just nice and easy. It's real slow. All right, have a look at it to see what's on it. Okay, it's got a little bit of nectar they're getting from somewhere. It's got a tiny bit of honey at the top, not much.
You don't see the queen?
A little pollen. I don't see the queen out here, and I don't expect to see her.
Why?
So, why is that? Because she should be in the center frames laying brood. Now, later in the year, okay, so now you've got what's called a queen frame. I might show that to our friends watching on YouTube. Yeah, this is I'm going to send this with you. Well, I don't know. It looks like it's empty enough. I might not have to. Yeah, this thing is completely dry. Let me go get you just another frame. There's a tiny bit of honey at the top right here. But this is something I use in my queen rearing systems. I put these in there. I put these in there so the bees can draw them out so I can use them in my queen rearing system, which I'll make a video for you guys about at some point. But there's nothing in here. If this had hardly anything, there's a tiny bit of honey that the bees are trying to drink at the top. I'm going to shake these bees off of this and go get Sarge another one. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get you one out of my freezer that's got a good bit of honey on it. But it is a short frame, but it's got honey built off the bottom. And I'll give that one to you. So go ahead and pull the next frame.
Okay, where do I put the next frame?
You want to put them in exactly the same location, okay? And then the one that I go get and bring out here, we'll put it in last. So you want to put it right next to this one where you take that one out. Have a look at it though. See if you see the queen. Look at both sides. You can kind of roll it in your hands like this. There you go. Look at both sides. Kind of make a mental note of what's on it. Just a little bit of honey at the top. Yep, this is why this one is so light. You go ahead and keep going on that, Sarge. Yep. Just keep moving them over, having a look at them.
How do I've never seen the queen, right?
Ah, so you got another one you got one just like this. When I make splits, sometimes I use these for honey. This is the one I'm going to give Sarge, which happens to be, hold that one up, Sarge. This is what happens when you put a medium frame in a deep box. They just build the bottom. There's really nothing wrong with that, especially in the brood area. This one has a lot of pollen and a little bit of honey. I'm going to end up putting that one there, but I'm not going to put it there yet because it's been in the freezer. Let's let it warm up a little. So what did you see on that one?
I don't see.
A little bit of pollen. You can see them storing a little pollen in there. It's very light though. Yeah, we need to get some food on these bees if we don't find like full honey frames. All right. Hopefully I'm not blocking the camera too bad. They're pretty calm though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Got some good bees here. I'm hoping we'll get to some brood in a second. I don't think, if they're not flying up at you, I wouldn't. I wouldn't worry too much about that smoke. Yeah, now we're seeing some brood.
Tell me what do you
Oh
mean
yeah,
by brood?
see that? All that white in there? You got cap brood and larva. You see it?
Yeah,
You see it?
yeah.
And if you hold it up with the sun at your back, you can really see it. Let's see if I can. I see some real tiny brood over here on the right. I think I might see some eggs too. I'm not 100% sure I'm seeing eggs and a lot of newly stored pollen that hadn't been turned into bee bread yet.
Okay.
I want to see if I see the queen. She very well could be here. You give them a little blow, they'll move out of the way. Come on, queen, where are you? Now when you pull that next frame out, the queen is not very likely on the side. She likes to get away from the light. So when you pull it out, look over the top side of it and see if you see the queen when you pull it out. Okay?
Well, you have to show me
Oh, you got to look over the top.
like this.
Yes, there she is. See the yellow dot?
Oh yeah.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah. All right.
And what a brood pattern she has. You see that brood pattern? That's textbook. All right, let's see if you guys can see the queen. Tell me when you spot her. She's got a faint yellow dot. She's right there. And boy, is she a champ. Look at that brood pattern. Isn't that wonderful? But you see what I meant when you pull it out? Now the queen's in there. Our job is kind of almost finished because we can just work as fast as we want to now. We don't have to worry about the queen so much.
Yeah.
Except she is here, so put that out here. Set it down and then pull it very gently toward the other one. Now pull it in very gently. Just like that. All right, now she's safe. We don't have to worry about her at all. Man, that frame there has a great brood pattern on. I'm sure it did on your side too, but it's got a perfect brood pattern on this side of cap brood. The only thing I'm concerned about with these, let me have a look real quick. I know you're. Yeah, that's still good, and that's getting to the outer part. It gets progressively smaller, but see that brood pattern? We know the queen's in there. We know she's laying. Yep, I can see eggs in this one. Have you seen eggs yet?
No.
Okay, what I want you to do then is take this one from me.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we don't have to worry about the queen being on here.
Okay.
Take it from me right here. Grab it there. Grab it with this hand right here. Grab your other hand here. This hand right here. Grab it. Okay, now look right in this area. But put the sun at your back. Let the sun go into the cells. You should see little grains of, they look like tiny grains of rice, like pointed straight at you. Takes a minute for your eyes to adjust to see them. And try to tilt it a little bit at a little bit of an angle. The first question is the sun getting all the way to the bottom of the cell? Because it looks like you're a little, you need to turn to your left a little bit to make that happen, I think. And let the sun come over your shoulder. There you go. And if you don't see it, don't worry about it. It took me like 2 months before I could see it.
Yeah, I saw one grain type thing.
Okay, with this one, yeah, this was facing this way when you handed it to me, I think. Let me see. Yeah. You'll get used to it. You'll get used to being able to see it. Okay?
And why is it important that I see that?
The reason you want to be able to recognize cells is even if you don't see the queen, if you see eggs, you know there was a queen in there within the last 3 days.
So, do you think there is enough spot for me to?
I'll make you a little bit more room. Okay. Now go ahead and put that one in there. My biggest concern, I'm starting to smell some alarm pheromone. I don't know if it's coming from them or somewhere else, but I probably should have given you a little more room. Okay, so now take that one, take the one I brought you. I make as much room this way as I can. Let's give them a little smoke too, because they're getting a little aggravated with us. And smoke right, hook them right down in. Okay, that's good. That's good. You got me some smoke.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I'll leave you alone. Are you lined up on the back pretty good with that box?
Yes. Well, hold on.
Try to line that up because we're about to make it a little heavier.
Yeah.
These bees look great, except I did not see nearly enough honey. If we don't see honey, so go ahead and we're going to shake those bees. Let me show you how to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put this on it, okay? Get out of the way, girls. Try not to block the camera too much. I'm going to go ahead and do this. All right, come on, get out of the way. Okay, get that lined up. Just hand me that box. Hand me the box right there. See, there's a lot of bees in there. There you go, just like that. All right. Now hand that to me real quick. Let me show you what you do. So what you want to do, see they're all mostly on this side?
Yeah.
If we hadn't found the queen, we'd be real super cautious about what we're about to do. But you just want to take it, give it up. Just a quick pump, okay?
Yeah.
See, you didn't get all of them, but rather than just bang on it and aggravate them more, I just like to set that in front on the ground.
What about this?
Okay. I do basically with something like that. I may.
Oh, there are a bunch of them on the bottom.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, that's from that other box. You can also just shake them. See, I'm trying to shake. I'm shaking a little bit of trash in there, so I don't really want to do that too much. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing with that box. Take them out one at a time, except on that one. As you're getting into it, if we don't have a lot of honey, I'm going to steal some honey out of this one, okay?
Okay.
Because it's all yours, so you want them to live, and if you're not out there to feed them. I hadn't fed these in a while. I fed them through most of the winter.
Okay. Should I start bringing them?
Yep, bring them on over. Same way you did those first ones. You don't have to worry about the queen. We know where she is.
Yeah.
What does that have? That has nectar. Not much weight, though.
Yeah.
A little bit of pollen. In fact, I'd like to have about 4 of those things full of honey. Looks like you got a pretty good one on the edge there. You want to go ahead and move that one? No, it just the honey's all at the top. From where I could see, it looked like a great honey frame, but that's too light also. Yep.
Yeah.
Hadn't found enough yet. I'll also, we're going to let them sit like this for about a week before we take them out to your farm. So I'll also feed them a little bit before I take them. This one is not bad. You felt the weight on that?
Yeah.
If we had 4 or 5 like that, I think we'd be okay for what we got left. But what's going to happen is these bees, all those babies are going to get born, and those are mouths to feed. So they're going to...
Yeah, there is nothing here.
They could starve out. These are in danger in March of starving out if we don't do something for them. That's what happens with some of these. These bees might have some Italian genetics, which means they brood up real fast and don't slow themselves down. There's not a whole lot of nectar out there. There's a lot of pollen right now, but not much nectar.
Yeah.
Super light.
So when are you going to replace them?
Replace them what?
Well, sorry, replace exchange some
from here?
After we move this?
I'm about ready to do it because you're already halfway through and hadn't found much honey.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start doing it. See, this colony has been the one that's really outperformed as far as number of bees, but this colony is the one that's kind of let's see your hive poop. This colony is the one that seemed to maintain its resources better, and it's still a big colony. It's as big as that one, I think. See, look at all the bees in the top of this one. Sure. Now, what we're going to make sure of that we don't accidentally take the queen from here to there. That's the thing. And one good way to prevent that from the top box is to give them a good bit of smoke. The queen doesn't like smoke. That helps. But let me show you. There's a lot of honey up here. Fill of that one. Well, let's just to be sure. I wouldn't expect the queen, but feel how heavy that one is compared to what you've been moving.
Oh yeah.
You see that? Hey, let's move a couple of these out. These super light ones. Let's put it. We know there's brood. The brood that I saw was right in here. Okay, so let's put the honey right on top of the brood.
Yeah.
Here's another one, pretty much full of honey. Let's give them about 3 full frames of honey because they need it. And these will be okay. That one's completely full. Now fill that. How you like that? Isn't that great?
Yeah.
What's going on with that? I'm telling you, these bees right here are in great shape for getting into the spring flow. We put these 3 on there. This one's heavier than that one. There's no reason for the queen to be here, but I take chances, right?
Yeah.
Feel that one? Oh, isn't that great? Put that on there. That's all we need for them. For now. You do need to, when you go out to your farm, lift them up if you need to do that some more, just do it some more. But that's completely empty there, isn't it? Or nearly empty.
Yeah. Completely empty.
Yep. Any smoke?
Can I have the
hive tool?
Yes.
I mean, even this next one. See, Sarj, look, that one's got a
little bit of honey.
Okay, stick it in there.
So this is the last one. Can we put a little bit of a smoke here?
Yeah, I will. And also what you want to do, just go ahead and take your hive tool and stick it down in here and push everything as far that way as you can, okay? Just here, let me smoke it so you don't have to worry about crushing them. Yeah. What you want to do, if you pull it like that, you notice the whole box moved?
Yeah.
See how? What you want to try to do is get in here like this and then just pry against the side of its own box like that. See what I just did?
Yeah.
So take it right here, push down like that. Here, take the tool.
Yeah.
Push down and push them over. See how you did there?
Yeah.
Also, if you have more time on your inspections, you can scrape some of this propolis off of here and you can get them to fit better as well.
Yeah, by the way, this goes...
Is there any honey on that one?
No.
Okay. So let's put it, you need to put it back. We need to put it in this box then.
Yeah. So what happens if we are changing the maybe 1Zs, 2Zs bees going there? Will they mind going there?
You talking about the bees?
Yeah.
They don't know. Not 1 or 2. If you try to do half and half, there might be a little bit of a fight.
So what do I do with this?
Okay, yeah, try to push that off the bottom. It's sticking.
I need the hive tool.
Let me show you this real quick. When you get them all in there, I like to take it and push your frames all the way one side and then push them back to look like the middle. So any extra space is on the outside edges.
Got it. And
like you push them till you see them all move, and then you kind of just try to center them. Because if you put all that space on one side, if you leave space between these frames, they'll fill it with propolis.
Yeah.
And if you leave all the space on one side, they'll fill it with burr comb. Okay, so now pop that off. We don't have to worry about the queen. That makes this job a lot easier. Now, you saw what I showed you about popping it down on there. Now you got bees kind of on all of it, so if you can get it lined up, just pop it down there. Just like that. And be careful you don't smash a bunch of them. If you,
Yeah.
a lot of times I'll go from the side, and that way there's less contact area to squish bees.
Yeah. What about this?
You're gonna get a few. You want to do? You can do one or two things. You can do what we just did, which is usually what I do because it's quicker, or you can just give it a shake like that and see how many you can get off of it.
Yeah, I like the shake.
Yeah, banging it, doesn't make them happy for sure, but it gets the job done pretty quick. All right, so yeah, you can get stung through these gloves. I just proved it.
You can?
Yeah, I just got stung through them with my finger here. I don't know if it was because he wanted to sting me or because I smashed him. It was just done. All right, so now what we've got here is a lot of confused bees, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're used to the smells of this box.
Yeah.
So can you look over here and see? You see all these bees?
Yeah.
They're not sure what to do. They'll find their way in there. They'll figure it out. See these bees here?
Yeah.
They're fanning. They should, if you look real close, they'll be exposing their nasonoph gland, which is a little white dot right at the end of their tail.
Huh.
But they're fanning to let all the other bees know this is where everybody is. When you put another thing on, another medium on there, it's called a feeder shim.
When should I stop worrying about feeding them?
Whenever they have a good honey flow, which will probably be middle of March to 1st of April.
Got it.
The thing you'll notice is they'll stop taking that sugar syrup. If you want to test to see if bees are on a good honey flow, put some sugar syrup out 100 feet, 200 feet from your bees. And if they come there and start eating that like they really want to eat sugar syrup, there's no real good flow on. But if they ignore it, you know there's a flow.
Okay.
Leave it there for a few days so they can find it.
Okay. So, thank you.
All right.
So, can I ask more questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sarge and I got into a pretty lengthy discussion, 10 or 15 minutes. And it was about splits and queen rearing and what his next steps were going to be with these bees when he got out to the farm with spring and spring management. So I decided not to put that into this video. So what I've decided to do is make a separate video for that discussion as kind of bonus footage that would be added to this video. So if you stuck with this video this long, I certainly appreciate it. If you're hanging a little bit longer, we'll wrap it up.
Okay. I'll let you guys watch all that. I might cut it out of the video. I don't know. Or maybe make a second video. But all that explanation about a split. But we're going to look in here, make sure that I didn't accidentally kill the queen, and make sure we can find eggs and brood in here. So they were bringing in so much pollen earlier today. I'm confident that she's fine in there. But we're just going to check for that. But anyway, this is Philip and Sarge. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
Sarge has Sarge. You got to do your sign off like you did on our good video. So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
You did happy beekeeping. That was like the best thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, how easy he forgets.